I'm back to the podcast. Welcome back. Don't know what episode this is, but man, it has been a minute. Literally, I think the past 3 episodes I start the exact same way. It has been a minute. Um, I have no idea what's been the issue. Why I'm not consistent with this. I have no idea why. I think for sure it is a starting thing. Like this is something I'm starting, and I guess it starts as a passion project, and then in my head it becomes serious. But regardless, we're here. It's been like a week or two. It's been a week or two since the last episode. Quite a bit of things have happened, and I was getting serious with it. I was like, let me write down. I'm writing down kind of stuff that's happened so I could talk about it. I'm just making notes basically. And I have it on my whiteboard, so I'll be panning to that. But but yeah, I mean, before that, this week, this week has been pretty good. Just working and stuff like that. I've been tired. I've been super tired, and on a I wouldn't say schizophrenic note, but on a you're pushing it a bit note. I've been watching this guy who does like I don't know if it's meditating, but it's more like kind of manifesting. But even then, his version of manifesting is if you're manifesting, you're already doing it wrong, because if you're manifesting for something, you're like already saying you don't have it. So like you're already fucked up basically. But it's to me it's hard to understand where he's coming from and how to do it, because it's such an odd like basically you have it like vibrationally, which I don't know what that means exactly. Vibrationally you already have it. Like anything you would ever want, you already got, period. And I think this would be a kind of cool thing to talk about here, since it's open frequency. When I made this podcast, anything related to frequency was just frequency audios and stuff like that. So I might, you know, spin it in or whatever. But yeah, he's saying anything you want, anything you ever thought or whatever, like you already have it vibrationally. You just need to bring it into the physical. So to do that, all you have to do is, number one, be positive. Being negative never works for anything. Does not work for anything at all. You cannot be negative. And I was listening to this other version of either manifesting or just life, and they're like, the goal isn't to be positive all the time. Like that's almost impossible, but it's to be basically like neutral, like not numb, but like not feel anything basically, you know. So bit of contradictory, I guess, for whatever you want to, like for what you're shooting for. But for him it's like you have to always be positive, and yeah, you just always have to be positive. Anything that you're trying to get to or whatever, you already have it. It's not like we're getting to it or I'm working for it. It's not any of that. It's I have it, period. And like you have to believe, like you it's and even saying believe is like hard, because it's like it's not even that. I know I have it. I know I already have it. And whatever his teachings is like through that you're allowing kind of the path to it to like manifest. Like that's doing its thing. But in my mind, I have it. I know I have it. So I've been listening to it. How serious am I taking it? Not to like a crazy amount to where I'm trying to teach this to anybody or even y'all or whatever, but just to the point where in my mind I'm like, I am thinking about how I'm thinking, like about being positive and stuff like that. It's not so much of like, I want this Ferrari. I have this Ferrari. The keys are somewhere in this room, but I have the Ferrari. It's not really that, but I guess you could do that. But to me, it's just, I don't want to be a negative person. I once in a while you'll run up into a negative person or this and that, and it's just like, man, that's just so like, it's draining to be with this person or just like interact with this person. And it's like, yeah, I really can't be this person. So honestly, I think that's what those videos are doing for me, just teaching me how to think better. I think they're working. I think for sure I'm catching myself in and out in spots where like I could be negative, or always like driving. I for sure the driving one I've seen a lot more in me of like, if I'm just driving and somebody's trying to get across like this kind of slow traffic, someone's trying to get across something, always let them by. Stuff like that, like minuscule things, stuff that genuinely doesn't matter, change anything, which for more reason, like it doesn't really matter if this happens or not. So might as well let it happen, you know? Um, and yeah, just trying to be a better, positive person, not for anyone or anything, but just because it's better. It's better. It's better to be a positive person than a negative. Like genuinely, that's it. That's kind of my whole idea, at least. But yeah, listening to his stuff, he posts like every day. Like every day, he posts at least two things, and they're like short videos, like 60. It's just him yapping. It's really him just yapping with like a PNG of like him in art in like Microsoft Art. He just put pics, some words, and that's it. His name's like Matt something. I was just listening it today. I heard his video today this morning. What's his name? Brian Withers. He has subscribers. He has 20,000 subscribers. He has a book, The Book of Life, High Vibrations. Yeah, his thing is, let's see. My channel is set up to bring awareness about why we came here into a physical body, who we really are, and how this universe works to serve and support us at all times, and receiving what we want, and how desire is born and turns to physical things, and how we in our physical human form participate in our dreams and desires coming into physical form. And then you can consult. He has a book and all that. So yeah, it's just that, vibrational into physical, and just making it happen. So yeah, I've been doing that this week, and I've been feeling good. For it. But man, I have been slacking on waking up early. All of my alarms, snooze all of them. I hate that I do that. That's not who I am. This is me doing that. That's not who I am. I'm a person that wakes up early. Like that's how I've been trying to push myself. Like that's not who I am. I'm a person that wakes up early and stuff. It just happened or whatever. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, I have been struggling with that, and also with the book reading. I've been listening to a book at work, um, the myth of, oh man, the myth of something. Where is it at? The myth of Sisyphus. Lord, the myth of Sisyphus by Albert Camus. That book, it's like one of those books where I need to physically read it and like highlight or get a book that's already like annotated, because it is such a, like, just listening to it is somebody that is just talking. Camus is just talking, and I think it's about this is gonna be very wrong. This is gonna be very, very wrong. Thankfully, not a lot of people watching right now. But I think it's what I'm getting at. It's about kind of like suicide is brought up a lot, and it's kind of like what's the word? Commenting on, not on if you should kill yourself or not, but the people that do kill themselves. Honestly, I don't even know, but it's something about suicide and just like why, not why not, or why would you or why wouldn't you, but just like you're in your life, you're doing your daily tasks, it's like it becomes monotonous. Honestly, I don't even know, and that's kind of the point that I'm trying to make. It's just a very like just talkative book, and I didn't know what the book was about. Camus, I read the other one. I read The Fall. I read the other one, Spiral or whatever. I thought it was gonna be something like that, but it's not. It's very much a philosophy book that you should sit down and digest slowly. But yeah, I'm struggling to get through that. I'm like 30 minutes away from finishing. I might finish it, but I would need to watch like what's it called, a like synopsis about it, because yeah, it's not really one that I could just rush through. Um, but yeah, anyways, besides that, of the stuff I wrote down, I think the weekend before, like when I shot the last episode, I think that weekend I went to go buy this shirt, for for this concert I'm having, or for the tribal. I don't. I mentioned it. I know I mentioned it last episode, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure I didn't because I wrote it down. But went to go buy the shirt. I'll put it up. Bought that shirt. Yeah, we went to a ton of like bazaars around here. Around well, no, we went to one bazaar, but we went to different spots. Couldn't really find them. Went to a bazaar, and went to little spots inside the bazaar, and they had them like a ton of like just spots that sell like shirts, like dress shirts. They had them all up on the top, like all surrounding the little like west or whatever. They're like square where they sell stuff. They had them all there, like all the ones with the crosses on the back, like the Y2K look. They all had them, but two of them wouldn't sell us the shirt. Like they're like, those aren't for sale. Like we don't have those. I'm like, yeah, I know you don't. You for sure don't have anymore. I get it, but can I purchase that one right there? And they're like, no. What the fuck? So we were like, okay, I guess. We kept on walking. We finally found one, and we came across this one lady who was like, yeah, sure, like like sure, I guess. Like nobody has bought this shirt in a minute, years actually. And yeah, they brought them down. We were trying them on, and the one I got, I really really like. I really like mine. Um, but yeah, we have the fit basically ready for the concert, which I'm super excited for. I'm really really excited for it. I haven't been out in a minute. I think last time we went out, we went to Lady Love, and we went sober. I think I might have talked to this about this, but yeah, we went sober, and I haven't been out and about. And even then, this weekend is Sebastian's birthday, and we were thinking about going to Lady Love, but it might rain. It's not gonna rain, but it's always the deal or the issue or the figuring out how we're gonna make it home because we're drinking, and it's like, okay, we cannot pass this certain amount, you know, of drinking and then make it home, you know. I mean, good thing for me, Lady Love is very close to my house, but I'm always the one picking them up, and they're in like Seagoville or not Seagoville, they're like in Balch Springs or something. So I have to drop them off, and then I have to make it back home. But I think we're just gonna chill at Sebastian's house and get drunk there, and I can sleep over. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to go to an event that is a DJ because I the one that I can remember most is Silo. Silo was really fun, and like when I think about it, like it's like the Travis Scott, it's like the shows, like the actual concerts. Like everybody is here for this, you know. At clubs, it's like everybody has different intentions while they're here. Some people are here just to drink. Some of y'all motherfuckers are here to pick up a girl. Some of y'all are here to just like stand in the corner, stand in the middle of the floor, and I'm just there to dance, you know. So going to a spot where everybody's there for the same thing is what I'm looking for. And so yeah, I'm super excited about that. Got the fit ready. I'm trying to recreate that photo of the two cats. So yeah, I'm super excited for that. Oh, and then this had to be last week or 2 weeks ago. This had to be last week or something, but there was a whole lightning strike that happened like right here. I don't know why I'd always kind of thought like, not that I would get hit, but like I would feel it or some shit. Like I've always like, even when I'm driving and it's raining, I'm like, bro, what are the chances? It's not gonna happen though. It's not gonna happen with my thing. It's not gonna happen. But it was late. It was super late. It was like 12 or something, and I was playing online, and I was playing online with my friends, and I just hear this thunder or this lightning strike, and the lights turn off and on like twice, like fully out. And I was like, oh, like everything turned off, but I was still in the game. Usually, like it all like breaks, like I have to, it all just breaks. I don't know, and I was like, that was loud, but like normal. And then my parents came in and they're like, that was loud as fuck. Like we got hit. Like they thought it landed on us or something. But what ended up happening, I don't know. I guess I was still playing and I got off. Um I saw outside, it's like one now. I saw outside and there's ambulances or like firefighters. So I go outside and they're at the neighbor's house. The neighbors got hit with the whole lightning like on their thing. And I think it must have hit their rod. Every house has a rod for exactly that. And the lightning like attracts to that. I'm pretty sure that got hit. Their electricity box or whatever from the outside like blew up kinda. And then we were talking to them. They said a ton of the siding or whatever the hell. The drywall like on the roof and shit, and like in the living room kind of fell. The lightning like power whatever, the electricity went through, hit like it fucked up some of the floor, and it caused one of their dogs to go deaf. So it fucked their shit up. And I didn't think it was that serious. It didn't sound like that. It sounded like it was near or something, like the thunder was like right on us, but I didn't think it hit anybody, especially like our neighbors. That was actually really crazy. But yeah, they came by. There's a ton of ton of firefighters for a minute. Um I for some reason I've always thought like my car would get hit. I don't know why. I've always just kind of felt that, like, bro, seeing that, seeing I forgot when it was where I was seeing a ton of lightning like driving from work back home, just like right, like literally like a mile away, like, and not far, and that shit is so tall, like it just seems like it's gonna hit me. I've always had that feeling. I don't know why. Um, storm drop off parents. Uh, I have other stuff. I mean, yeah, the weather honestly has been kind of terrible. Like, again, I don't know. I mean, to pick up my parents, there was a storm whenever they got here. Whenever I dropped them off last time, because they dipped out against Mexico, there was also a storm whenever we dropped them off. All of their flights have been delayed from these damn storms. But also I went to this meeting, and yeah, man, this is a while ago. Like, this is kind of crazy that I didn't talk about this. Um, I went to a meeting about buying some land in Mexico, which I am not gonna do, obviously. Um, but it was a cool meeting, I guess. It felt like a timeshare, genuinely. It felt like a timeshare. Um, they're like, "Yo, here's this land in, fuck, I don't even know where it's at, but it's like Cancun adjacent. It's like right beside Cancun." And they're like, "You could buy this piece of land right now for, I think it was like $23,000, and you make payments of like $100. But here's the thing: you make payments of $100 monthly right now because there's absolutely nothing there, like nothing at all. Like they just bought the land, they just got ownership of the land, and they're just about to. They haven't done anything. Like, they're still. It takes a while for them to do anything over there in Mexico, especially for this, like, these spots. There's absolutely nothing, anything over there. So you're just buying these plots of lands once it's ready, and you're getting in very early, hella early. So that's why it's kind of cheaper. So they're like, "Hey, buy this land, and in 5 years, this land will be ready to be built on, and then you can decide if you want to keep the land and build anything on there and then rent that out as Airbnb or whatever, or you could just sell the land now and you'd make some money." And I was like, "Okay, guess that makes sense, but damn, like in 5 years." Um, I mean, I guess it is a good investment to hold your money somewhere. Um, but me in the position I'm in, I'm like, yeah, no, not right now. I went to that meeting just because I was like, oh, I guess there'll be like Hispanic agents or something, like somebody to talk to. And yeah, there were a lot of older people. Again, for the time, like for the next, I think maybe maybe it's just 2 years, I'll still be the maybe the youngest person in some meetings. But I think my time is coming up. I'm no longer going to be the youngest person. But in this one, I was. It was cool. Spanish people, met people from Mexico. Um, it was cool, but yeah, it felt a little shady. It wasn't shady. It wasn't a shady thing. There wasn't like scamming people, but it just wasn't for me. But it was a thing I went to. I've been trying to go and meet people, meet more agents, but it's just it's a bit tough when I'm just in this damn room. You know what I mean? When I'm just living in this damn room. I got so me and Casey have finished up our first episode of Ultimate Home Quest. How does it look? I don't like my part, but I think a couple of things. It is a bit of I'm the one editing it, and I'm like, I have the well, no, I don't have the original vision, but I have a vision of how I would like for it to look, and mine doesn't look like that. So I feel a certain way, or just I feel a certain way towards it. Like, I'm just like, yeah, I wish this looked better. But we finished it. I'm exporting it. It's gonna take forever. It lags my computer like crazy because it's all 4K. But this time around, me and Casey talked about, let's just shoot it with our iPhones. Let's just shoot it handheld or with the gimbal, and we're gonna go and record it on our own time. You know what I mean? So that the scheduling isn't too crazy. Because that was the biggest thing of like, yo, when do we have time to go? Everybody like us two, and then go through the motions and stuff like that, and not waste each other's time because it's just scripting. It's scripting, having the script ready, knowing what we're gonna shoot. That takes the most amount of time. If we could do it by ourselves, and he could just send me the footage, I think that'd be a lot better. Um, so yeah, we got it. It's cool. Again, I think I did mention this. I think just Casey shot. I mean, Casey's taller than me, so it just looks a bit like he's shooting down, and it looks a bit weird. But besides that, it was pretty good. I need to work on myself of I'm talking to the camera like with energy, or like I care about what I'm talking about, or like it just seems natural. Mine doesn't seem natural. Like it doesn't seem natural to me, but maybe it's just me in my head. Um, and I think right before that, I've totally finished the deal in Arlington. Um, that one fully got funded and everything happened. It had got funded, I think, before the last episode, but there was still a lease back on the house, meaning my client, the seller, was leasing back their house so that they can move out. Um, and in between this time and that, it had finished. So now they're fully out. They're back in Indiana, I do believe. Not to out them, but I do think they're back in Indiana. Um, the lease back went smooth. Everything had no issues or anything. I'm yeah, pretty sure. Um, and what was the thing? Oh yeah, and I called them because I had to go over to open up the garage because the garage door because it's such a weird thing. But I told them I was like, yeah, hey, like how's like what are y'all moving out today? Like they're like, oh, we moved out, we left last night, like at 3 in the morning. It's like, oh, perfect. And I don't know why it didn't make me emotional, but it did make me think for a bit. Sonder, I think, is the word. Um, well, I was like, damn, I'm never going to see them ever again. Like in my lifetime. Like in my lifetime, I'm never going to see them again. And for some reason it did like kind of hit me. I don't know. I don't know what like why. It wasn't like we had a deep connection or anything like that. It was just like I'm just never gonna see these people again. Like these three people, I'm never ever probably gonna see them again. Talk to them maybe, but I have their numbers and stuff. But like ever see them again? That's so crazy to think. Um, it just made me think like of school, like teachers like that I haven't seen in a fat minute that I've had closer connections to. Um, with older friends, I guess so. But I don't know. It just was like, damn, I'm never gonna, be there. They're like, just see them again. And it connected with that with thing in Michigan, um, cause ex is graduating from Michigan, and I was like, damn, I'm never ever like before then, never ever did I think I would ever go to Michigan. Period. But then going to Michigan, which Ann Arbor was really cool. It was a different city. It was literally just a different city, like a neighborhood that like I in my mind never existed, and this is there, and it just looks Midwestern as fuck. I was like, damn, like I'm never gonna go to Michigan again. This year, like I've said, like I have it written down, like I know that I'm gonna go. I know I'm going. I'm going. The tickets are bought. I'm going. Going to Boston. Um, I'll probably have the same feeling. Like there's places in Boston that exist right now that I've never seen that don't exist to me, and leaving there is like, damn, I'll probably never fucking visit this exact same spot again. Um, which I'm super excited for that trip. And actually thinking about taking the bus or not the bus, the train there. The train is a day trip. It's a whole day. It's 23 hours. So it would take a day away from like the whole trip because I am thinking about doing like a week, like doing a week or something. So it would take away from that, or it would take away 2 days, right? It would take away 2 days because it'd be a day there and a day back. Or I could do a plane and it'll just be a few hours. So I'm not sure yet, but yeah, I just had that feeling. I don't know if it's Sonder. I don't know what the I'm seeing a lot of TikToks with Sonder in it. What is Sonder? Fuck off. The realization that each random person a random Lord, the realization that each random passerby is living a life as vivid and complex as your own. I guess so. I guess that is what I'm feeling, but with the clients, it was more of like I'll never meet them again. But I think with the being in Michigan or just neighborhoods like that, it is Sonder because it's like, yo, like there's somebody who knows this neighborhood who grew up here, who loves it and who isn't here anymore, or grandparents that have lived here for the fattest time and they're like struggling or like they're like thinking about selling the house, like shit like that. That's happening there is so it's so fucking beautiful. I guess it really is, and that that is kind of the feeling I have towards these two books. So right now I'm reading. I'm struggling to finish, but I'm going to finish this week. Today's Friday. This week, the scary book. I don't even know where it's at. The red book. Yeah, the red book. The one that I wanted to read so bad, I can't finish, or I just haven't been able to finish it. It's a short book. I just haven't given time to read it, but I need to finish that one. But what I want to finish is Butcher's Crossing. That one is really cool because it's Western and stuff. I was trying to figure out what my genre that I love a lot is, and it has to be. I guess it would have to be a novel. I love novels, non-fiction. Fiction is fake. That's fiction. Fiction is fake. I would say non-fiction novel. I don't know if that's a genre. Non-fiction novel or just a non-fiction story, but a story like an actual event, like something that's happening. I do not like. It's not my favorite unless. Well, no, yeah, I don't really like it because like the what's it called the Sisyphus one is just rambling. Um, the Fall by Camus also was also just a rambling, like legit just rambling of the guy to this other person, just straight rambling. Um, Not my favorite, genuinely not my favorite. The other one, the one prior to that, the I think that's the Fall. Where's it at? Oh, the Stranger. The Stranger, I like. Ah, damn. The Stranger I liked because it was like a story, like something was happening. There's characters and shit, but talking straight to the like talking straight to the reader, or whatever. I don't really like big grand books like East of Eden. Honestly, right now, East of Eden is probably my favorite book. That is probably my favorite book so far that I've been able to read or listen or whatever. I would say it's East of Eden, just of how big it is and how much development there is in characters and stories and like, oh, this is now the issue, or like, oh, this is now the issue, like that. I love that. So yeah, right now East of Eden is my favorite, and I have the Grapes of Wrath or whatever. That'll be next, but I need to finish Butcher's Crossing. That captivated me with the audiobook, but now I got the book, so now I need to finish the book, but I need to finish this one first. I was watching a video of like how to read more or how to finish more books. They're saying like reading in between things. So like let's just say right now after I finish this podcast, like if I were to just pick up the book for like 5 minutes or something, I guess I could do that, but I feel like I don't it doesn't stick with me. I feel like I have to read for a decent amount of time. Or maybe it's just the way I was brought up reading. Because I used to read the I Survived books. Like I survived the shark attack. I remember that one. I survived fucking 9/11. I survived Hiroshima. Or no, I survived Pearl Harbor. I survived um Hurricane Katrina. Like I used to read those like by myself. No one forced me to read those. But I do also remember struggling to like have to read for like having to do it, and my dad sitting me down saying you have to like say every word. And I know, and that's one of the harder things for me to do now reading is not having to say the word, each single word in my brain to understand it. Um, but I mean, who knew? I'm not blaming. I'm just saying like that's kind of that. I think that's where I'm kind of slowing down because of that. Um, and then so yeah, so they're like pick it up. You could pick it up randomly throughout the day. You could read 5 times for 5 minutes. That's however long in like during a week you could finish a book and this and that, like breaking it down. And I'm like, I guess, but I feel like I just don't retain short passages like that. I might try it. And then they were saying you should like you don't have to just read one book at a time. And I'm like that. I was like, I don't know, because well, they're like, well, you don't watch shows one at a time. And I'm like, well, I think I do, because the last show I finished was Sex and the City, which I don't know if I mentioned that I finished Sex and the City. Amazing show. Oh no, I did mention it because I said that's not my Steve. I'm pretty sure I said that. Yeah, I finished the show. I finished the first movie. Steve cheats in the movie. That's not my Steve. Um, but even then, like if I'm watching this show for the first time, like if I'm watching it to know what the show's about, I'm not watching other shows. Other shows that I'm just like I've finished these other shows. I could watch Gossip Girl, Gilmore Girls, like just these random shows. I'm watching Righteous Gemstones. I mean, I guess, but I think for it I would need to write it down, or at least like in these episodes, like in these podcast episodes, I would have to spill what the fuck I just read this week so that I could keep note of it, because I don't think I could just retain it and not go somewhere to like remember it, because again, I'm not writing in these damn books. They're mine, but I don't know. I'll probably get to it eventually. Maybe in. I know there's one book. I know I showed it to y'all. One of these books has annotations already, so I'll see how those go, and I might pick up on it. But yeah, I have these books that I need to read. That I have this wanting to read, but I've been so lazy. Lord, I've been so lazy with work, with my ambition, with what I'm doing. Like I just drag my feet with shit that I know I need to do. Like this, like I've been meaning to just set the camera up, put it up, and just start filming, and I've just been so lazy for one reason or another. I'm just on my damn phone. I've gone to the point where I put my phone on black and white, delete Instagram, and I just try to go like that, like to see if that works. And it has been helping. I once in a while I will put it back on black and white and delete Instagram, but then I do that for like a day or two, like be good, and then on day three I'm just like going crazy, just staying on my damn phone. Screen time is disgusting. Oh yeah, I'm addicted to my phone. I am addicted to my phone. So I don't know what to do. I think I just need to power through it. I think other people would say, well, honestly, I don't even know. But yeah, I legit just need to power through it. Like it's not an impossible thing to do, but it is tough for me. Um, yeah, I have Butcher's Crossing, Stoner, and East of Eden up there. I don't know why. I think it was for that reason. They're just long stories with characters that evolve that I like. Um, Also, I got this lead from Homelight. Homelight is this company that I guess you could just sign up as a realtor. You could just sign up with them, um, and they'll send you people that I guess call them and have an interest in selling their home, and they basically send this signal out to like however many agents in a certain area, and then it's basically whoever picks it up first, whoever clicks on the link first and calls them gets that lead. And this one lead came in, and we got to talking. Very sweet lady, like kicked it off like we were awesome. She was telling me so much about her life and stuff, about the home and her life. And she was telling me how she moved away from, I think she's from Japan or Hawaii. I don't know if she was born in Japan or Hawaii. Oh, she was born in Japan. Her dad's Japanese. He was in the army, and they moved around um quite often. I think they went to Hawaii, and they were there for Hawaii for a while. I think her father passed, and he wanted to go back to Japan, and he literally died like a few days after they got back to Japan, like he knew or whatever. Um, and she was telling me about moving out from Japan to Hawaii, and how like how sad she was, like how depressed she was, um, because you leave basically everything. And it reminded me immediately of my parents, how they dipped out from Mexico like at 18. They dipped out at 18 with my sister. And I was like, yeah, I actually cannot imagine. I mean, I'm 22. Me dipping out, like literally here, me dipping out of here. But let's just say for the same reasons, right? I have a family. I have a wife, a daughter. Oh Lord. I have a wife and daughter, and then let's say we move to let's say Canada. We'll just go up, and that might be the same distance from Mexico City to the border, or like to Dallas, from Dallas to like Canada. It might be more, but let's say that. Yeah, like leaving everything. You're going to a different like Mexico to the U.S. is insane. Mexico to the U.S. is insane. Like you're changing like everything about everything. It's not even different cities. It's like a different way of living. Yeah, that seems so insane. It had me thinking for a minute. I was just like, damn. Yeah, I never thought like the psychological, like the back part of it. Um, yeah, like just like the person to person thing is just crazy. Like yeah. Besides, like everything else seeming good. A lot of shit on the back end is not fucking good. You know. And I was talking to somebody yesterday, which had the same effect of that, of where everything seems to be going great on the outside, but the inside they're dealing with not even issues per se, but like they got their own shit that they're thinking about that I would never think they're thinking about. Um, is his friend, this old friend from elementary. He has this girl. They've been going out for the longest, probably since like damn near elementary school. They've been going out for the longest, and now at 22, he's like, I don't know how I feel about it because I feel like I kind of missed out on doing stuff. And I was like, I get you. Like, true. That is true, I guess. All right. However, the girl that he has is really, really smart. I think she's like a dental hygienist. Like, she's in school for it. She's working at it. I think she either has her own like apartment or like a house. Um, and it's like, look, like that's true. However, the woman you have is not like she's figuring it out. Like she has a goal. She has things that she's doing. You know what I mean? So it is like, are you sure about it? You know what I mean? Like, are you sure? Are you sure? Basically. And yeah, that was the first time like actually that I've had that experience of like, because you always hear it in shows and whatever of like, not everything is as good as it seems or whatever, but until I heard like someone that I know, someone that I talk to often say that, I was like, oh, you're being for real. Like, oh, like this is like you're being for real about this, because that's tough. Because like genuinely anybody else um like you could just like, it's just a crazy thing where it's like you have it good, like you have it really 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 good, but of course I don't know what their situation is like, what their conversations are like, how they feel about each other are like, because I've told them, I was like, yeah bro, like I've had the similar feeling of like, damn, I'm trying to get out of this, and we were just cracking up because he was like, yes, like exactly that. I was like, damn bro, like I wish this girl would like cheat on me. Like I'd wish my girl would cheat on me just so I could get out of it, basically, because you don't want to be the bad guy. But I actually had a talk with this girl yesterday where they're like, yeah, that's like what you just described is stroking your ego, and I was like, damn, like you are actually right. So yeah, I for sure I'm not the right person to give advice at all, but I do recognize some shit out of change in me, because even then, like I've said with the what's it called, with Sex and the City, the shit Big was doing, some of the shit Big did, I'm like, why would I do that? Like, why does that make sense to me? Like, why does his thought process make sense to me, and why is Carrie freaking out right now? But no, um, I get it, I get where he's coming from, but looking out, like being out of his situation, like being in his situation and now being out of that situation and now like just being single and stuff, I'm like, I think the best thing would be to stay. However, I don't know if you would, but I don't know if you would ever get to my position of knowing that you should stay if you do stay, if you get what I mean. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he would grow or mature in the proper way if he were to stay. If not even like he like staying is not an option. Like, no, staying is the like probably the option to go to, but I don't know if he would mature and think and figure it out if he doesn't. Like, he has to kind of like fall on his face type of thing. I think. But I know he shouldn't. I know he should not leave his girl. Because they've been going out for the longest. Like, everybody knows him. And that's the thing he's also saying of like um feeling kind of stuck, genuinely. Like being stuck and like feeling like trapped. And it's like y'all aren't married, but y'all kind of married. You know what I mean? Y'all like kind of married. Um, but then again, there are people that actually get married, actually have kids, and split. So it's not the craziest thing to kind of do. You know what I mean? If it were to occur. Um, so yeah, it was an interesting conversation. Um, And yeah, I've been having like my other friends that have been kind of asking me about, or not asking me, but just talking to me about the relationship and stuff like that. And I'm like, I guess, I'm not in a relationship, so I'm kind of not, but they're just, expressing themselves and talking, which is always cool. I love that anybody who does ever talk to me about stuff talks to me about it, because it feels cool. It feels like great. Like, you feel comfortable enough to let your guard down or whatever to tell me about whatever bullshit it is. And yeah, if it's bullshit, it's bullshit, and I'm not taking you serious. I'm not, it doesn't need to be serious, right? It's whatever you want to talk about. Been doing that. And and yeah, I guess, um and yeah, I guess. Um so besides this, I'm gonna fuck off. I am doing the vlogs. What I'm gonna do with the vlogs, I'm figuring out. I'm gonna do just open houses. So I'm gonna be recording them every weekend, and I'm gonna be posting them on the weekend. Um, and that's gonna be my niche or whatever the fuck. It's gonna be the pod or the open house. So filmed the clip yesterday. Today I'm gonna finish up the video basically, including tomorrow. And as I'm recording, I'm gonna upload them, edit them so that it's a quicker thing, and I'm not having to sit down and do everything at one time. Um, and I'm gonna be doing it that way. Because I do want to have something out. I do want to, besides my real estate stuff, I want just something that I'm doing as a passion project. If it blows up, whatever, but just as that I'm just functioning. You know what I mean? I just feel like when I'm doing work and I don't see anything happen, I feel like shit because nothing's happening. But if I'm able to do something on the side that is, it doesn't matter if it does anything. That's not the point. The point is to get something out, and I'm expressing myself. You know what I mean? I think I've lost doing that a lot, right? Because with the music stuff is cool, but it's just like, I don't know. It's not even, it's cool, but it's not even really doing anything for me. So now it's kind of this. So I am I am pushing this. This is a big push for me to do, but I want to do it, so I'm gonna do it. So yeah, watch out, be on the lookout for the vlogs on my other channel. Yeah, the first vlog got like maybe 20 views, which is weird as hell. Like, who watched this shit? And I've been telling my friends, I just told two, like kind of discreetly, just kind of mentioning it, that I am doing stuff. Like, I do have like the vlog channel and the podcast, and they're like, what the fuck? Like, since when? I'm like, I don't know, but there's like, it's out there. Um, because yeah, I like, especially for a podcast, bro. Like, I know I annoy my friends already. I don't need them to like pretend to be watching this shit. I don't want to. I don't want to. No, we're fine. We're good. I understand. It's fine. Um, but yeah, and it is now the time for my segment, motherfucker. I started this segment of um of the journal prompts. I think the last one was pretty cool. I liked how I did it, so I'm gonna continue to do them because they're kind of easy and talking points. Um, I've still yet to find my groove with this. Honestly, it always just seems like it's almost like it's almost like when I go on dates. It feels like almost like when I go on dates. Like I have to tell you something that you find interesting so that I feel like I'm okay. And I figured out that it doesn't have to be that way. I figured out I could just be a weirdo too, or not a weirdo, but like I could just not be a fit for everybody. However, that's what I haven't been doing. What I have been doing is trying to be a fit for everybody, but slowly I'm finding out I don't have to be a fit for anybody. Anyways, so let's see. I'm on TikTok yet again, and I'm trying to find some more journal prompts like the other one. Looks like a photo. Um, we'll do this one. This is okay. Sure. Yeah. No. Let's see. No. Uh, okay, so shout out to this person. I'm not gonna bash it, but just it's a niche. It's a niche. It is a niche. So they're doing 10 journal prompts inspired by blank, and they're artists, right? So Sylvia Plath. Oh wait, that's a author. Adriana Linker, Radiohead. Okay, let's 10 nostalgic journal prompts to reflect and remember. The remember ones I don't really know. I think on the last one, it mentioned something about remembering, or what was it? It was like a best day or something like that. Or I kept on seeing like on journal prompts, like name your best day. Like what was your best day ever? And I genuinely can't think of what my best day has been. Like not that I've had shit days, but I don't know what like nothing pops out and saying like, damn, that was an amazing, like that was the best day. Um, I fully don't know. Like I can't either. My fucking uh what's it called? Unless I'm forgetting very early in my life or I don't know what, but best day so far that can pop out. Oh man, let me see. Best days so far. Something in high school, something in high school, something in high school, something in high school. Oh Lord, I like genuinely something in high school I can't even think of. Man, I can't even. Oof. High school I can't even think of anything like awesome. Like best day in high school. We did have this one field, but that day was boring as fuck. Just because we had to wait for the longest. It was we had a kickball game at the end of the day, but the whole day was super boring because school was basically done, and we were just trying to get to the end of the day to do that. Um, man, oh man, oh man. Europe. I forgot I went to Europe. What's it called? Switzerland. But the day, like it wasn't a fucking amazing day. It was just like moments. Like moments are amazing. Moments when I opened up in Switzerland, when I opened up the window, and I can't believe I did not take a photo there. That's so crazy. I hate that I literally don't have. I brought this or I brought my Canon, and I don't have a photo of this damn window. And I kind of like that I don't because it's something that I'm gonna be fighting and like striving to get to there again. Like my whole life, I'm going to go back and get that, but this damn cabin, I opened up the window into the outside. There's no air conditioning out there, right? I open it up and right in front is a tennis court, two guys playing, and you just hear whack whack. And then the damn like most picturesque scene of mountains. The sky was blue, it was getting pink, and it just looked like a damn screensaver. Like it looked fake. It looked fake. Like none of this looked real. It was a like Switzerland genuinely might be the prettiest place on earth. That being said, that's the only like pretty place I've been to, but Switzerland was beautiful, and that spot, that scene, probably might be the best. I would say moment. I might say moment. Other moments, I don't know. But yeah, high school, that's kind of it. I really don't know. Anything inside of high school? Not really, honestly. I can't remember too much. Yeah. Middle school, middle school, I do remember having this one girlfriend. She was really cool. Remember her running up to me after school. That was pretty awesome. Um, oof. Field days were pretty awesome, but I don't even remember if we had a field. We must have had a field day in middle school. Field day, field day, field day. I don't think we did. I don't think we did have a field day in middle school. Oh, I don't think we did have a field day. I know. Man, no. No, honestly, yeah. I think the only field days were in elementary, and in elementary, those were the best days. Field days were the best days ever, 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 ever. Um, middle school, I always have this impression. I don't know why. I always think of Panic at the Disco, the first album. It's always fall when I think of middle school. It's always fall and cold, lightly cold, like fresh or whatever. Um, like a cool breeze, and it's always like dusk. It is always dusk. And there's either always a piano performance like about to happen, and I'm either performing or like watching it. Um, and friends that I didn't have. Like the type of friends are like this group of friends that didn't exist. I have like in my memory, like they're waiting for me outside or some shit. Like it's always this like imagination of this life that I had in middle school that I didn't have. But it's just like when I think of that middle school and like the vibe, I guess that's what I think of. Middle school to me, middle school in my mind was the fucking coolest. And even if it wasn't all that it really actually was, I just always have it in high regard. Middle school was fucking awesome. I think it's just because I learned everything. Like middle school was a time where you learned everything and like even the worst things, like the peer pressuring or like falling into stuff. Like Jordan, like genuinely at that time, you could have given me any Jordan shoe like blindfolded, and I could tell you what shoe it was like based off of feel. I like 1,000%. I could have done that. I was so into sneakers back then. Um, so into Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy, Paramore. Um, and then and fucking piano. Yeah. Yeah, it was such a pretty odd time. Um yeah. Yeah. I can't really think of days. Like days best day, I really can't, genuinely. I forgot what the thing was, but yeah, I can't really think of best days actually. What place from your past felt most like home and why? Place from your past. What's a choice you made in the past that still makes you wonder what if? Um Yeah. So one of them was, what if I would have crossed the road? Well, my friend Gerardo took me to a race, and actually a couple that are like accidents like this. Yeah. So yeah, he took me to these like races like behind some warehouses, and the cops were pulling up, and all the cars started racing past. Like our car was across the street. Um, and all the cars started racing past. I don't know how they made it across, but I was lagging behind, and I could have just ran like blindly. I could have just ran and tried to meet them at the same spot, but I would have gotten hit by a car. Like a car, like two or three sped past where I would have walked right through, and I stopped. And then when I did stop, I looked, I saw them pass, and then the fourth car like saw me, like stopped and let me pass, and then. But I'm like, yeah, what if I just ran and got hit? Like that would have been insane. Also, all kind of the same thing. Playing here on my street with an old friend, the ball got hit into the road. I went to run and grab it. We were all short. I was below the height of like like a regular car, so I just ran in the middle of the street, picked up the ball. Like I was bent down at the ball, and I just heard tires screeching, and I looked over it, looking over and up a bit, and just this car like right here, like genuinely about to hit me. And I was like, whoa. I freaked out. I freaked the fuck out. And I vividly remember it was like a lady and her sister. And I just got up, got the ball, threw it to them, and just walked home. Didn't say anything. I was like, I'm done. Like, this is crazy. Other ones. What if I would have shit myself? I mean, there was two instances, but I mean, I would have just. I kind of walk through what would have happened, but um, nothing else that's really crazy. Whoa, what if I would have gone to a different school, high schools? I was just talking to this about with somebody else. Like, man, I would have probably if I would have gone to Burger T, if I would have gone to Booker T, I feel like I would have been maybe more white. I think so. I don't think I would have been. I would have spoken as much Spanish. But maybe depends. It literally just depends what the people you hang. Just in Seagoville, I know everybody speaks Spanish. Like the class I was in was all Mexicans, but over there, it is I mean, kind of is a bit more diverse. Like you do have white people over there, but they're country white people. Um, I don't know. I just feel like maybe just because it's how I see a bit of my brother, and he went over there. But I mean, yeah, I could have gone to these other schools, like Sunset. Like I would have gone to Sunset. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know for the better for the worse, but yeah, that would have been a crazy what if I went to Sunset. Yeah, that would have been a crazy one. Um, what's a small everyday thing from your childhood that brought you joy? I uh think of all think of a time when life as you knew it shifted forever. How did you handle it, and when did you learn from it? I like this one. If you could send a message to your past self as in a specific moment, what would you say? I don't know why I always think back to me in middle school waiting for the bell to ring in the morning. I think I must have spoken about this before. Um, Me waiting in the restroom, waiting for the bell to ring in the very morning. We would have to go into the damn gym and just sit, and yet have to talk with your friends. Um, I would just wait in the restroom. I don't know. I had friends. I knew people. It's not like I didn't know people, but I just would rather just sit in the restroom. I didn't want to, I guess, talk to people, not in a weird way, but I didn't want to be a weirdo over there either. Just being judged basically. Like, oh, I don't know. But I always think back to that moment. Like, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be fine, but like this doesn't matter. Honestly, I don't even know why I brought it up. Truth be told, I don't know what I would have told him. Like, you should have brought a game. You should have brought a PSP or something to play in here. Um, because it wasn't like if I was sad. I was just like, I just don't want to interact with people right now. Basically, it. Like, damn, yeah. Tomorrow, bring a PSP, or like bring a book or something. Start reading now. Like anything. Like do something now. Let's see. Another moment. A different moment where I could do the same thing. Where I could like send a message or like contact my old self. Um. Let me see. I mean, I could probably be a man about it and be like, any girl that rejected me, be like, you got it eventually, which I think is kind of true. Like, eventually, I think it's kind of true. Um, yeah, I think the best one would be like any moment I was like very stressed or like, yeah, like on the verge of like tears because of like panic or like being scared of uncertainty. Like it's gonna work out. Like you stressing over this is fine. Like is not really worth it. But you did get to where you're at because of this, so I guess so. But it's gonna be fine. You know what I mean? Everything did work out. I think it's that saying like everything does work out, and if it hasn't worked out, then you're not. Then it just hasn't happened yet, or something like that. It's a saying in Spanish, but I'm pretty sure it's in English as well. But yeah, it's like in the end everything will be okay. Yeah, I think it's that. In the end everything will be okay. If it's not okay yet, then you're not at the end. You know what I mean? So I think that's very true. I think that is very, very true. Um yeah, I think I would just tell myself that, the younger self. I mean, when I was younger, I feel like I did look for or look out or like try to learn like um not how to control myself, but just like not spiritual either, but like just stuff to kind of like be conscious about myself. I was very much about that when I was younger. I have no idea why. I mean, since fucking forever have I gotten to be a therapist from like the career choice test or whatever. It's always been a therapist. So in my mind, I was like, okay, like, yeah, like then I'm a good listener and I could do that and this and that. So I guess I just took it from there. But I've always wanted to be very conscious about myself, about what I do, about why I do stuff. So yeah, I guess so. So yeah, just if anything bad happened, it's gonna be good. You're good, little bro. No. Ooh, this is interesting. If you had to describe yourself without mentioning your job, relationships, or possessions, who would you be? Interesting. Who would I be if you had to describe yourself without my job? So nothing with real estate, relationships, okay, or possessions or anything I have. Who would I be if I had to describe myself? I am a Mexican. I'm a man of 22 years old. I don't know. Like a bit of an odd, not an odd, I wouldn't say an oddball, like, but just I feel like I'm still not very sure of myself, even though I know it doesn't matter. A lot of the shit that I've been seeing or people that I watch and shit, a lot of their things are just maybe just it's a confidence thing. They really don't give a fuck about how they appear to other people, which is amazing. That's super fucking awesome. Um, I mean, I think they still, of course, think about it, but they just don't let it get to them. Um, I think that's something I'm working still on. Because yeah, I guess I would just say someone that is very too observant of themselves. I don't know, like what, a reader, or I'm a reader. I'm a reader. I'm a um. I don't know. Who would you be? Uh, just like a test now. Like I'm testing myself. I would be I'd be a boy. I don't know. I don't know. I need to figure out a good page that does somewhat easy ones. Um, but yeah, this is it. This is fucking it. If you get this far, I'm very surprised. But thank you. We'll be back next week. Like I said, what's it called? The episodes, the vlogs will be up weekly. I'm working on this week, so it'll be up either this weekend or next week. Yeah, it'll be up either this week or next week, but stay on the lookout for them. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. They're on Spotify, my Instagram. Thank you.